Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. As you can see, Ahmad is in the cut. He's in the building for his fan cam. No, not spoiler. It's my fault. Is what I was trying to say. It's my fault, not his fault. Why this is coming out late? He sent me a message saying, "Yeah, bro, I'm home. Are you ready?" And then I seen it, and then I was like, "Oh shit." So it's my fault, not his fault. So yeah, I apologize for that again. And without further ado, mate. Go ahead.
So anyway, last night's game. Where do I even begin? Oh my god. So I'm just gonna put it like this, right?
Yep.
For a game that we should be destroying a Man United team that's in hella disarray, like a bunch of douchebags, like dump, yeah, like they're in shit. Look, we may have won 4-3, but it didn't feel like a win nor a draw. It felt like a loss because for our standards, right, we should have saw what Man United have been going through, and we should have been like, you know what? And even by the way, United didn't even play great. Like they had bits of moments where they took advantage of our mistakes, and they didn't capitalize on the final third. Like for example, Rashford, he was playing around the limer for all the shit he done, which by the way he had an awful display, right? And then there was, I think, the first chance they had, he gave a pass across the pedestre, and then Davies saves the day, right? Which, by the way, Davies was spectacular out of the defense. So just wanted to point that out. But overall, I felt like we could have done more. We could have, like, going forward, we could have taken advantage of so many opportunities. Like, I understand hitting the post may be unlucky in one moment, two moments, but then you do it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You're like, hey, listen, now it's getting fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, I felt like we didn't take advantage of our opportunities, especially Sané, who, by the way, for me, Sané's man of the match. But yeah, for me, I just to point out there right now, he was my man of the match. My man was doing everything right, getting into right positions, being brave on the ball, but also not being too selfish. Thank God. Yeah, for once, he wasn't too selfish. No, you know what I mean? But for real, like there was one moment where he was kind of selfish, but he done it at the right time, and he had a shot off, and Onana had a blinder and a half, and I'm not going to lie, that man, for a guy who tried to be Ten Hag security guard all day at the Allianz Arena, I don't know if you've been seeing like in press conferences and everything. Everywhere Ten Hag went, that man went. And then in goal, my man's just like, boop. Shit. It's like, they don't miss, do they miss De Gea or something like?
Yeah, right.
No, I just have a little dig, you know. But Sané scores, great. Then I believe, was it 4 minutes later? If I'm not mistaken, I forgot. 4 minutes later,
yeah, couple minutes.
Gnabry gets a goal off Musiala, which, by the way, Musiala who's the right by Dallo, right? Put Dallo into shreds, man. Holy shit. Sent him back to Manchester. And then all of a sudden, with a nice pass for Gnabry to, I don't know if you're seeing me, but cooking. And yeah, we go 2-0 up. And from there, I'm like, come. Gnabry just cooked an English side again. And it's pretty much standard. It wasn't really like we done anything much afterwards. We had chance after chance, but we didn't really finish them. And then second half comes in. You have Højlund scoring, which, by the way, I don't know about you, but I felt like our defense lacked concentration there.
Yes.
I don't know if you agree with that or you don't. Deflection's unlucky. That's one thing. But just concentrating as Rashford had the ball and then played it in. And Casemiro, both Casemiro had the ball, he played it in. And then Rashford, all that debacle, I felt like our defense and midfield were lacking concentration. And then Højlund scores, right? So, and then afterwards, it was a penalty moment decision-making. And I'll be honest, for me, people may disagree. I don't give a damn. That was a pen. Because the thing is, now people want to say he don't have time to move, right? But, my man, you have your hands up here. Like, what are you doing? You have your hands up here. If you have your hands up here, what's it for? What, what is it, to block? No, you block with your hands, bro. Like, so at the end of the day, it was a pen for me. And he could have easily moved his hand down, like, by the way, right prior. Like, not obviously during the header, but prior. So for me, it was a pen. Kane slotted in, but I felt like Kane didn't do much, man. Like I was expecting more from Demon Kane. I was ready to have the darkness, the red lighting. I was ready for every gloves. I was prepared, but I couldn't do that today because I'll be honest, he didn't do much. Like I heard, by the way, as well, some Bayern fans in the Allianz were not even happy with him because he was not in the box enough. And I did say this in a game against who was it, against Gladbach, I believe. I said that he needs to be in the box more because it's all good dropping back, but that would then mean you're. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy that Sané is taking advantage and everything of all that, but you would want your striker to be in the box to be taking advantage of the chances that we could have been scoring even more. So yeah, that's just something for Kane to get used to at Bayern, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, it was pretty much like his other games. That's what I feel like of Kane. It wasn't like he destroyed, like killed United. I wanted that, like destruction. Yeah, I didn't get that to yesterday. So then we conceded. Now, bro, I don't know how all of a sudden Casemiro scores 2 goals. I'm like, the fuck is this guy? He's a CDM. My man is scoring 2 goals because our defense were like sleeping. They chose to go to bed. They were like, you know what? We're 3-1 up. We can have a training session. No, this is not the Bayern way. The Bayern way is killing opposition. I remember we used to play Barcelona and we won 8-2. We were 4-1 up and we still wanted to kill. This is the thing with Bayern. Like, that's the Bayern I'm used to. And instead we chose to stay on the training session, stay on first, not even second gear, first gear. We were on first gear like throughout the entirety of the second half after that 3rd goal. And I'm like, yo, listen, if we ain't careful, United gonna score. And they scored. But then by the way, that ball and finish. Oh my, wow.
He touched that down with his knee as well.
Man, this kid.
Disgusting.
My for understanding, we need to be starting this guy. I'm like, bro, listen, if we start him, we're gonna kill him. Let's just we have Kane now. Let's just use him the way we're using him now, and we're good. By the time he's done, we're ready to go with him. We don't need to pay no money for him. He's just there because I want him to be flexible with his style of play. I don't want him just to be a striker. You know what I mean? So if he does what he keeps on doing what he's doing, then I'm happy days. Happy days. And then, we conceded a 3rd off a free kick, which, again, our defense were like, nobody was really giving a shit to Mark, and Casemiro all of a sudden scored another jammy one. And, 4-3. So, look, it's one of those games for me where I felt like the team, they didn't want to kill, and they took the piss, and they almost paid for it. Which is why, for my opinion, it feels like a loss.
No, but, I can see that.
Yeah. But I didn't mention some players. I thought Upamecano was good. First half was very, very good, to be fair. He put Rashford on lock. But then towards the second half, again, training session season, and my man, I don't know, even the second goal, I felt like he could have dealt with the second goal easily. Say he let Casemiro shoot while he's in the ground. Like that was. But that's the problem with Upamecano. That's what happens when you have a guy like him that's clumsy. You get those moments. Kim Min-jae, I felt like he was good in terms of ball playing ability, but defending could have been a bit better. Limer was shit. I said that earlier. Davies was very good, but towards the second half, there were moments where I get this moment a lot with Davies. I think I told you before. I said it in this channel before. Davies does way more than he needs to do, man. Like, I think he needs to calm himself. I swear down. But, his defending is underrated. And you know what? Serves you right, Ten Hag. You piece of shit. Serves you right. My man was saying he's not good enough defender, and he showed Pellistri levels. So, you can have that one, yeah? Goretzka wasn't really that great. He was all right. Kimmich was okay as well. I think there were similar levels. They weren't leader. They not one wasn't better than the other. Although Kimmich was slightly edges it because of that assist he got. Did I miss anyone? Musiala. How did I almost forget Musiala? How dare I? No, I'm very sorry. You have him on the back of your. Is it? Yeah, there on the back of your screen. I'm very sorry. Shame on me for not mentioning Musiala, man. That guy cooked. Like I initially I didn't want him to start because I wanted Muller to start because I want to kill, man. But when I saw the line, I'm like, you know what? It's Man United. I understand why, because Man United's defense is there to be got at, and he got them. You know, if there was a game you play Musiala in attacking midfield, it was a game like that because Man United's defense is in disarray. So you could there's all the space in the world for you to like feast into, and he just done that very well. So yeah, but in bigger games, like if we were to play at Man City or Real Madrid or those bigger opposition, we would have to think of playing him on the wing more than playing the midfield. But that's just my opinion about it. And I guess I said everything I have to say, right? Did I miss on anyone? Oh, Ulreich. I just remembered Ulreich. Well, the last name. Ulreich had okay showing. I'm not a fan of him, but he had an okay showing in the first half. If it wasn't for him, at certain moments we could have conceded. So, like during the first 20-minute period. But otherwise, yeah, one of them ones.
And Leroy Sané was your man of the match, yeah?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. This guy. By the way, I remember in the summer I was doing this thing on TikTok called hot takes, and one of my hot takes was if Sané has a striker around him, it gives him the space to cook. But I know there are concerns in the Bayern fan base, and I hear it because it's been happening every season. That he's good first half of the season, and then the second half he's gone. I've heard that, but I feel like there's something about Sané that hits different this season. The overall with Bayern, I feel like even when we play bad, there's something different. I feel something different about this team. Because look, Tuchel, don't get me wrong, Tuchel is not the type of manager to be blockbuster, right? But what he is a manager that when he needs to, manage games in a Champions League, he can.
Yeah.
It's just about a matter of him not being stubborn. If he's not stubborn, which I know part of the reason to why you and everybody else wants him gone is because he's stubborn. I hear that. Don't worry, I hear that. If he fixes the stubbornness up, then I'm happy days again. But I said this to my friend yesterday. Because my friend also is not confident with Thomas Tuchel anymore. He was before he came in, now he's not. My thing is, give it to November. Yeah. I was going to say December, but let's be honest. We were more strict in 2020. It was November. So let's give it to November. If we're not consistent enough in terms of results, yeah, get rid. Because time is ticking, bro. I don't want another incident of Nagelsmann again.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. But about Tuchel today, that's the manager himself. He didn't coach because of what he did against Man City when he shithoused the joint. My man was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to be in the stands. So I'll get a red card. But, yeah. Who was the assistant manager's name? I keep on forgetting his name. Do you know his name?
Oh, I do know it, but I can't think of it.
Zoltor. I forgot his name. He managed the game.
He's Tuchel's main man. He was with him with PSG and Chelsea. So
yeah, him and Barry with Chelsea. I know that. Yeah,
of course, yeah.
He managed the game kind of okay. I won't say very well because there were some substitutions that could have been done earlier. Yeah. But it is what it is, and we move on. I was also kind of annoyed with Musiala being subbed off. I would have rather have seen Musiala stay on the pitch and then on the wings and then Muller in midfield. But he chose to. It was one of them ones. I would have been happy actually because Sané could have done with a little rest, even though he got man of the match. You put Musiala on one wing and you put Tell on the other wing, and you have Muller. But eventually it turned out that Choupo came on, which by the way, Choupo. There was one shot he had that was so good, yeah. the one Onana saved, and then a few minutes later he had the shittiest shot I've ever seen. I'm like, bro, put some fucking power into that at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
Well, thank you for coming on as always, bro.
Thank you. Pleasure being here, man.
Definitely should have been sooner, but that was my fault, not yours. Yeah, man. Big up to you as always, bro. As always, show your support and coming on, and big up to everyone that does come on, as always. But yeah, if you guys did like, please do smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. See Ahmad very, very soon. He'll be in my live show that's coming up. I don't know when I'm uploading what and where. Probably this will go out after the player ratings, but that's fine. So yeah, as always, smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. Check out Ahmad if you're on TikTok. Check him out. Zotazu Talks is just under him. And yeah, until then, Mia, peace out, people.